Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar today. Gayatri Shevda and Samasri Chowdhury, two of Mercurius IT's Dynamics 365 CRM functional consultants, will explain the features of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales. Also, they will show a native integration between D365 Sales and Business Central. Together, they have over 13 years of experience in Dynamics 365 CRM, so they are more than capable of explaining all these different features. And with that, I'll hand you over to Gayatri now, so she can go into this in more detail. Thank you, Gayatri.
Thank you, Scott, for that lovely introduction. Hello, everyone. The agenda of today's webinar will be D365 Sales Hub, exploring the features of Sales Insight, Business Central and D365 Sales Integrated, and licensing part. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Product Suite has many different modules. As you can see here, marketing, sales, service, project management, finance and operations, and HR. Their database resides on Dataverse platform where you will be able to connect with another applications with each other on the same platform. All these solutions can be seen or viewed or updated on any type of devices like mobiles, tablet, laptops, desktop. Maybe it be an Android operating system or an Apple or any other. Microsoft have deployed mobile applications in Play Store for every solution where you just need to download and connect. Most of all these applications and solutions in product suite which we have seen are easily integrable with Office 365 modules. And it also provides single sign-on feature. So you can see here, it can be connected with Outlook, Word, Excel, SharePoint, Power BI, Power Platform, Node integration, team integration, and any type of insights. Let us see what is D365 Sales about and how this solution provides best-in-class CRM capabilities to help the professional services organizations. It basically optimizes their business development process and win more businesses. D365 Sales enables the focus on right customers and engage them anywhere and take swift actions using AI. D365 CRM is bringing this revolution in digital transformation. Of course, the future of Dynamics is artificial intelligence plus apps. As I mentioned before, the Power Platform brings you to a common data service platform that is Dataverse, where one will access one database from different applications. And today we are going to highlight the same through Business Central and CRM integration. D365 Sales is a module where sellers are engaged with suspects or prospect, that is lead tracking and opportunity management. Through activity managements and engagements, the sellers will engage with their customers and will be able to hold their prospects. They would be able to cross-sell or upsell the products and convert them into opportunities and convert the opportunities into customers and manage them ahead. Based on sales management, we have proper insights and the management would be able to review those insights and overall sales performance for users as well as the sales process. Through these insights, management will be able to take quick decisions and to improvise their solutions and the processes if needed. All these details of account and contact management and product hierarchy or sales literature, quotations, orders, etc., and invoices will be tracked easily in D365. The basic source of sales insight is communication. It analyzes the vast collection of incoming data from customer interactions. These insights enable you to build strong relationship with customers and take action based on their insights. Let us see what exactly they are. So these are the standard features of sales insights. First is assistant, where we will get a reminder card from a system that we need to work on this particular leads and opportunities. We will see that in demo. Auto capture, where system is tracking emails or system will show suggestive emails to be tracked in D365. 365 if configured with Outlook. Email engagement, where you will be able to see or the recipients who have opened your message, clicked a link or open any attachment or sent any reply to you. You can schedule an email whenever it is needed to be sent. And system will also alert you when the email is to be sent after it is scheduled. So what exactly Sales Insight help us? It helps us in 4 areas, basically guided selling, that is it will suggest the next action step to update the data. Productive intelligence, it will ask us or suggest us to update the data. Connection insights, where we have to take a preemptive steps to reduce the risk. Predictive models, it increases our win rates for opportunities. Now let us see few of the standard features. Premium assistance, premium auto capture, notes analysis, relationship analytics, who knows whom, predictive scoring, talking points, premium forecasting, and conversation intelligence. So we are going to view few of this feature directly into 365 organization. This is what D365 Sales Hub looks like. Here you can see this pane where this is called as a navigation pane, and right now I am viewing a dashboard. So I can see the dashboards or my opportunities based on the sales stages which they are in. So currently there are 3 sales stages in this organization named qualify, develop and propose. So the number of records builds this pipeline chart. All these dashboards are drill down dashboards. So if I want to view the records at every stage, it is just clickable and I can view the records. Similarly with every chart. Now let us move to the features which we talked about. Sales Accelerator. Also, I want to highlight that you can access all your entities, that is customer, contacts, leads, opportunity from here. All the forms look in the similar format as mentioned here. All these forms are configurable based on the business requirement. This is what this Sales Accelerator is, a feature of Sales Insight, where you would be able to view multiple customers, contacts, leads, and opportunity. You would be able to filter the criteria, to filter the records as per the criteria. Here you can see the numbers in front of every record. All these numbers suggest the feature of opportunity scoring. So if I click on this record as Kevin Martin, system is showing me that the opportunity score is 78, which is really very good. And I should look upon to this opportunity to go ahead and run this product and run this customer. So this is called as opportunity or lead scoring. Similar goes with lead scoring. Now, what is premium auto capture? So premium auto capture is, this is one of my task or one of my activity on this opportunity. System is asking me to open or to mark complete the task. So if I open this, a new form will open and I would be able to view that particular appointment. So this is an appointment. I can directly add the details into this appointment. Now let us see what is assistance. So if I click on this bulb here, I would be able to view all the reminders for upcoming activities. So may it be an appointment, if I need to send email, or if any of the opportunity is closing based on estimated closure date, system will notify me through relationship assistant. Okay. Now let us see the feature relationship analytics. Relationship analytics is captured from the communications and the time which I have spent with the customer. Of course, I need to add that time into that particular record, but once I have added, it will give me an insight what exactly I need to, what are the next action steps I need to perform on this particular record. So uh, from this insight, system is capturing opportunity and lead scoring. Here you can see the summary where it says I have initiated 9 phone calls, lesser as compared to the similar opportunities. So it will compare a few of the existing opportunities into the system. This is what the relationship health is. It is again taking all the insights from the communications I have entered, and it is saying that this opportunity is in good condition. It gives me the count of emails and phone calls which I have added, as well as the meetings. It is comparing my conversations with existing records into the system. It is giving me the analytics of how many hours I have spent and how many hours customer have spent on this. So this is what is about relationship analytics. Now, let me show you one of the great features, that is notes analysis. I have mentioned a note here that send email to a customer. Just by entering the details here, send email to a customer. So you can see this blue link. What does this blue link suggest? It is suggesting me either I should create a task or edit this note. So this feature is what about I am entering few keywords into the notes where system will ask me. So for example, this is an email, send email. So system is asking me, do you want to create a task? So the system will give me a reminder to send email. If I type a note as set a phone call with this customer. So system will give me again this blue link and I will create a new task. For example, if I create task here, it will take me to the task form and I can add the details of what to add exactly into that email. System will of course give me the reminder for this task based upon what configurations I do into the system. Then is sales forecasting. So sales forecasting is one of the features where I need to enter the quota for users, and hierarchy wise I would be able to view what is exactly going on in the sales, or I can say on the opportunity module, in a particular group or in a particular hierarchy. I would be able to view what has been achieved and what is not, and how many and what is the percentage. Okay, I would be able to see here what is the pipeline coverage from these opportunities. This is one of the feature. Now let me introduce another feature. So now let us take a look of one of the great features of D365 Sales Insight, Who Knows Whom. Basically, to enable this feature, we need to install LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Through LinkedIn Sales Navigator, we would be able to view the connections on LinkedIn. So there might be possibilities that one of my colleagues can be connected with customers through LinkedIn, or they might have been connected in past. So there might be possibilities that any of my colleagues knows the customer better. So I can take few pointers from them to connect with the customer before starting the business process flow on opportunity. So that is the reason this feature is called as Who Knows Whom. Let's see what is the another feature, talking points. So consider a scenario where you are going to meet to a customer after 2-3 months and you don't know how to start the conversation with. In between, there might be possibilities where you might be exchanging emails with customers about how was their weekend. So if customer is replying few of the leisure points, like they had went out with the family last night, they have went for a football match, they have went to see some movie. In that case, system will analyze those emails and give you talking points. So based on these talking points, you can start the conversation with the customer. I saw your emails. You went for a football match. How was it? So this is a start of a conversation with the customer. So this is one of the great features of D365 CRM Sales Insight. Thank you. Now I will pass on to my friend Somashri. She will help you to explore the integration between Business Central and D365 Sales. Thank you.
Coming on to the next topic in our webinar session, we will be discussing native integration between Dynamics 365 Sales and Dynamics 365 Business Central. When we talk about native integration, the first question that comes to our mind is what exactly is a native integration? So native integration basically uses the features of Dataverse, which was previously known as Common Data Service. Now, Dataverse is kind of a middleware between different applications where all the data resides on the Dataverse, and any application which is connected to Dataverse are able to access those information and do manipulation on that data. The next question that comes to our mind is why would we need an integration between Dynamics 365 Sales and Dynamics 365 Business Central? Now, any business, they as a general process must have applications where all of their sales information are being captured in a CRM system and all of their financial and other information are being captured in an ERP system. Now, if we want a seamless integration between the two teams, the sales team as well as the finance team, so that their business and their daily working is not affected, we would need an integration between the two systems so that both the teams are able to access the data at the same time. They are able to manipulate those data, and the update that each of these teams do, the other team is able to have a real-time update of whatever updations have been done on those data. For today's session, we will be seeing native Dynamics 365 Sales and Business Central integration through manual process. Now, when I say manual process, there are two ways in which the integration can happen. It is either through a manual sync between the two applications, or it can be through default system jobs which are present in Business Central for some of the default entities like customer, contacts, items, etc. The default duration for this system jobs to run are 30 minutes, and these are configurable. And based on the system jobs that are being configured in Business Central, there will be an automatic sync between Business Central and Dynamics 365 Sales. For today's session, because of timing issues, we will be showing you only the manual update features. Next comes the entities which can be synced through Dataverse integration between Sales and Dynamics 365 Business Central. The first entity is the accounts, which are referred to as company customers in Business Central. The next is contacts, which are basically person customers in Business Central. The third is products, which are items in Business Central. Next is opportunities, then comes quotes, orders, and invoices. So in short, this is basically all the entities which are part of any sales cycle for any business. Now there can be various scenarios of the integration that can happen. Either the accounts can be in the CRM system and we integrate with Dynamics 365 Business Central and we sync the accounts from CRM to Business Central, or it can be the other way around. So this integration that happens, it is bidirectional. For today's demonstration, the scenario that we will be demonstrating to you all are, we will be creating a customer, a contact, and an item in Business Central. We will be syncing those records back to Dynamics 365 Sales. From those, we will be creating opportunities. Now, on these opportunities, the sales team will work in Dynamics 365 Sales. They will be utilizing the Sales Insight features to nurture those opportunities and to gather information about which opportunities are good to go ahead and which opportunities are at such a point of time where they need to invest more time and efforts in those opportunities. So this is where the opportunities will be utilizing the features of Sales Insights. Once the opportunities reach a particular lead score or an opportunity score where it is possible to create a code for that opportunity, we will be creating a code in Dynamics 365 Sales. Once that is done, we will be syncing the opportunity and the code records back into Business Central so that the finance team can work on the financial aspects of the code, and then they are able to convert the code to an order which will eventually be converted into an invoice in Business Central. And once that is done, we will be syncing back the invoice back to Dynamics 365 sales, so that the sales team also has an idea about what the final result of the opportunity has happened. Once this is done, now let's go back to our system and we will show a real-time demonstration of the scenario that I have just described. I am logged into my Business Central instance. Currently, I am on the customers page. I will create a new customer over here. Now, these are some of the default templates that are there while creating a customer. I'll select one of those and I'll click on OK. Now here I will need to provide a name for the customer, and this is a company customer. So let's provide the name of the customer over here. We'll call it Sports Emporium. We can provide all the address details, like this is Street 1. We can provide the city as say London, and then we can select which postal code we need to select. Let's select the first one over here. We can provide the phone number. We can provide the mobile number as well. Now at this point of time, I am not updating the contact because the contact will be first created, needs to be first created in the system. We'll show that process. Now we can see that this record has been saved. The next thing we'll do is we'll push this record to Dynamics 365 Sales. We'll go to more actions. We'll go to related. And here I see this option of Dataverse. And here I see this option of synchronization. So this is basically asking me what I need to do. So for this one, I will need to send the data update to Dataverse. In case I am pulling data from Dataverse, I would need to select get data update from Dataverse. But since this is a new data that I am being creating, so I will select the first option and click on OK. As you can see on the top, the synchronization has been scheduled. If I want to see whether the synchronization has happened or not, I can go to synchronization log. And you can see here that the synchronization has happened. So now what I'll do is I'll go back to my Dynamics 365 Sales. I'll do a quick refresh. And then here I'll search for Sports Emporium. So as you can see, the Sports Emporium account record has been created in Dynamics 365 Sales. And all the information that we had provided, like the phone number, the website, the address, all those information has come into Dynamics 365 Sales. Now this information is visible to the sales team and they know that a new customer has been created. Now as a next step, what I'll do is I'll create a contact record in Business Central. I'll go to contacts. I'll create a new contact. Contact is John Doe. Here I'll select the type as person. Here I'll select the company name as Sports Emporium. Select this. And the business relation is customer, and the salesperson code. If we want to assign that contact to any particular salesperson in the team, we can select the particular salesperson code over here. But for now, we'll keep this as blank. Now, these are the basic information. Let me scroll down and I will show you some other information as well. Now, since we had selected Sports Emporium as the company for this particular contact, it has automatically pulled all the address, phone number, mobile number, email, all those records over here. Now we can make certain changes, like let's update the mobile number of this particular contact. And then let's update the email as well. Now this record is saved. And now what I want is I want to send this contact to Dynamics 365 Sales as well. So like before, I'll go to related, I'll select Dataverse and click on synchronize. Now this is where it is asking me whether I want to create a coupling between the two records in Dataverse. So this basically means is the system will remember the source and the contact record details between the two systems. This is what is referred to as coupling. Here I get the option of create new. In case I want to do update to an existing record, I will be providing the record details over here. But since this is a new record, I will be selecting this option as create new. And I'll click on OK. Now, before I do that, this is the list which basically shows the data maps or the field maps between the two systems, where which field is mapped to which field in Dynamics 365 sales. Here, let me click on OK. And like before, a synchronization job has been scheduled. To check whether my synchronization has completed or not, I can check the log and I can see that it has been completed. Now I'll go back to my system, Dynamics 365 sales system. I'll go to contacts and I'll search for John Doe. So you can see that this account contact record has come into the system. It has been linked correctly to the right account. The email that I had updated, this has been updated, as well as the mobile number as well. Now in the system, we have both the account and the contact record. Now what I want is, in this account record, this John Doe should be mentioned as the primary contact. So this has already happened because here I have linked that contact to the particular account. The next step in this process is we'll create an item in Business Central itself so that the sales team can start working on that item as well as start working with that particular account and contact. Here I'll quickly create a new item. These are some of the out-of-box templates. I'll select one of them, click on OK. And here I'll provide a description for that item. Let's say tennis. Here the base unit has been mentioned as pieces. If we want, we can mention the item category code. And scroll down. What I need to do is I need to enter the unit cost for this particular product. Here, let's say 1 unit has a cost of 50 pounds. And now this record has been saved. The next step over here is again sending this data into Dynamics 365 sales. Here I'll go to related. I'll click on synchronize. And then since this is a new product record that I need to be created in Dynamics 365 sales, I'll select send data update to Dataverse. Again, the synchronization has scheduled. Let's quickly check whether the synchronization has happened, and it has happened successfully. The next thing for me to do is go over here, go to products, search for that record. So here you can see this record has been created in the system. Now the sales team has the contact record, they have the account record, and they also have the product record. And now they will use these records in Dynamics 365 sales to create an opportunity. And then they will be working on nurturing that opportunity so that it can be brought to a closer state. For that, what I'll do is I'll go to opportunities and I'll create a new opportunity for this particular account. I click on new. Let me enter the topic for supply of tennis rackets XYZ is academy. Okay, so here I'll basically be selecting the contact. I'll select John Doe as the contact. I'll select Sports Emporium as the account. And all the other details that are required for this particular opportunity, I will be entering. For now, I'm only entering the basic details and I'm clicking on save. The next thing as a part of nurturing this opportunity will be to add products to that particular opportunity. So here I will select the price list to which that tennis racket opportunity had been added. Now, once this is updated, I'll click on add product so that I can add the tennis rackets product to this opportunity. So now here you can see that 50 pounds has been added to here. So whatever updation I have done in this over Business Central and I have seen the data again. So the existing record has been updated. Now what I'll do is I'll go back to the opportunity, and now since I have the pricing information in place, I can add that opportunity, add the product to that opportunity. I'll now add a product. I'll select the product. And now you can see the unit price has been mentioned. What I need to mention is the quantity. Let's say they have asked for 40 units of tennis rackets for this particular sports academy. I update it. The system will automatically generate the total cost once I save it. So here you can see the total cost has been generated. Now let me go back to my opportunity. And now here you can see that all the opportunity information has been added over here, and the detailed bifurcation of the pricing has also been done. Now using Sales Insight, the sales team will be nurturing this opportunity, and let's say it reaches a state where we can create the Sports Academy has asked for a quote from Sports Emporium. So in this opportunity record itself, I will be creating a new quote. So here you can see that all the necessary information like the name of that opportunity, the price list, the potential customer, and all the pricing information, as well as the product details for which this quote has been generated has been automatically captured in this quote. The next step I need to do is I will need to activate this quote. Now there are two steps that has happened. One is an opportunity has been created. It has been nurtured to a particular state, and now that code has been activated and sent to the customer. Now comes in the involvement of the finance team, where they will be working with the customer, working on any discounts if needed, and ultimately ensure that this code reaches the invoice stage. So what I need to do is I will be sending both the opportunity and the sales code to Business Central. In order to do that, I will go into Business Central. I will search for all the opportunities that are currently present in Dataverse. Here I will search for that particular opportunity that I have been working on. So here you can see it shows this opportunity. I'll select it and I'll click on process. And it is asking me what I need to do. I'll tell the system that you need to create this opportunity in Business Central. So here I'll click select on Business Central, and here I can see that the synchronization has been scheduled. Now what we can do is let's go to the list of opportunities and see if this opportunity has been created there or not. So here, this opportunity has been successfully created in Business Central. If I open it, I can see the related information. Now, this opportunity has come. The next step is to push this code record into Dynamics 365 Business Central so that the finance team has all the finance related data. What I'll do is I'll search for codes. What this does is it will again look for a list of active codes that are currently present in Dataverse. As you can see, this active code, the system has found this active code in Dataverse. I'll select this code. I'll again click on process, and then I'll select process in Business Central. So this basically will be creating a sales quote record in Business Central. As you can see, this sales quote record has been created. It has been linked to that opportunity. At the same time, it has also brought in all the product related details. What is the quantity, what is the unit price, and what is the total amount of this particular quote. So here you can see it has automatically calculated all the VAT information as well. Now, the team will be conversing with the customer, and then gradually it will reach a stage where the customer will place an order with Sports Emporium. For that, we'll go to process and then we'll say make order. This is asking me whether I want to convert the quote to an order, which I do at this point of time. So I'll say yes. So now the quote has been converted into an order, and it is asking me whether I want to open the new order. I'll again click on yes. And here you can see that the sales order has been created. The quote number, the customer, the posting date, the opportunity to which it was related, as well as the product details. All the information has been captured as a sales order over here. Now, once the customer is happy with the order and they have already asked to close the order, next is the stage where we have already sold the products to the customer, and now we will be generating the invoice. So from this sales order, what I will do is I will be posting this sales order. Here I will be saying ship an invoice. I'll click on OK. And now this order has been posted and a sales invoice has been generated. I'll click on yes to open the sales invoice. Now this is the sales invoice where all the necessary information like the customer, the code, the order, as well as the product details, all the details have come in. Now, as the last step in the process, now this deal is closed. We have received an order. We have sent that order along with the invoice generation. And now I want the sales team to know that, okay, this opportunity has been closed and this is the invoice. If you want to refer to this invoice, you can go to your Dynamics 365 sales and refer to that invoice. In order to do that, I will be pushing this invoice record to Dynamics 365 sales. I'll go here and I'll say create invoice in Dynamics 365 sales. The synchronization has been scheduled. Let's see whether it has completed or not. And here we can see that the synchronization has completed. It has not yet been completed. It is in progress right now. Let's wait for a couple of seconds and we'll check again. So now it has been completed. I'll come back to my Dynamics 365 sales, and here I'll go to invoices. I need this number 103218 because this is the number using which the invoice will be created in sales. 103218. 1032. I'll click over here. And as you can see, this invoice has been created in sales. The status is complete because this invoice is closed, and the amount as well as the customer, the proper linking has happened for these as well. So now if the sales team wants to see whether the information about the invoice that has been generated for this particular opportunity, they can come into the system and get these details. So this is how a typical sales cycle of an integrated scenario between Dynamics 365 Sales and Dynamics 365 CRM Business Central will happen. Now there can be other scenarios as well, like I mentioned previously, where the source of the data can be CRM and we are pushing that data to Business Central, or the other way around. It mostly depends upon the scenarios or the specific requirements of the businesses, and based on that the Dataverse integration can be configured. With this, we have come to the end of our session, and now we will open the floor for questions. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Samasri. We have now 3 questions in the live Q&A section.
So I would like to answer the question for a lot of manual work for Synchronizer. Actually, there are scheduled jobs in Business Central where we can schedule a job when the synchronizations automatically. It was a time limit here. That is the reason we have just shown the manual automation or manual synchronization.
Yes, so there are default system jobs configured already. So they run every 30 minutes and then the synchronization doesn't need to be manual.
Yeah.
For the other question regarding if there is an integration available between SAP SD and Dynamics 365 CRM. So this Dataverse integration, it is an out-of-the-box integration without any coding because both of them are hosted on the Dynamics 365 platform when we speak about Business Central and CRM. Integration between SAP and CRM is possible, but that needs to be done through web APIs, which will involve achieving the scenario through code. But integration is possible at the end of the day. So the first question that is related to SAP SD and CRM with BP data and interaction records. So if anyone can clarify what they refer to as BP data.
So mostly I can just add input like BP data is something like business partner. So in SAP, it refers as a business partner entity, which is similar to our customer and vendors, basically. So I can clarify.
Okay. Thanks, Pavan. So in terms of the difference between SAP SD and CRM with business process data and interaction records, as far as capturing information in those entity records is concerned, capturing information depends entirely on what information you want to capture. For some businesses, capturing the website address might be an important criteria. For other businesses, capturing the phone number might be a more important criteria. So it basically comes down to what information you want to capture when it comes to accounts and contacts. And as for interactions, all the common interactions that can happen between the business and their customers, like tasks, phone calls, appointments, emails, all of those are already present in Dynamics 365 CRM system. So all of those features can be utilized whenever you are working with any customer.
There is one more question, Somashri, in new section.
Yeah,
about
thanks.
licensing. Yeah.
Before I hand over to you, Gayatri, I would like to thank Mark for clarifying what BP means. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
So I'll move on to the licensing slide and you can continue, Gayatri.
Yes. So there are four modules in licensing. We have sales professional license, enterprise, premium, and relationship sales. Relationship sales basically a very big where you want to have all the features of sales inside. So professional, it is yes, £49, and there are few limitations in it, as mentioned here. So red dot is a limitation where black circle is included, and the hollow circle is where those are add-ins. Sales enterprise is yes, £71.60 per user per month, and which also premium sales premium is 101.80, and relationship sales is 108.34 pounds. So there are multiple things into this licensing. Whenever we need to buy a license for any of this, any of the features for sales module, we need to look into what exactly features you want. So based on those features, license type will be decided. Thank you. Thank you, Mark, for this information of BP data.
Any questions that you might have after this session, you can always reach out to us. Our contact information is provided over here. So you can reach out to us and we will be more than happy to answer all your queries.
Thank you very much, Gayatri and Sumasri, for sharing your insight on these topics. Thanks everyone for joining.